everyone, it's Allie, and I'm coming at you here today with the week 3 video wrap up for the script analysis Queen's Gambit class. And I hope everyone's doing okay here in week 3 with the trauma and addiction focus. And like I said last week in the video wrap up, please do take time for self-care this week. If this is too difficult, do let me know and we can come up with an alternative assignment. There is that 10-point trauma and addiction quiz that is due by the end of this week, so make sure to take that. And it shouldn't take too much time, and I'm allowing everyone 2 chances, so if you don't do great the first time or there's a technological glitch, you should have a second try to get things in order. In addition to that, we're going to turn our attention next week to mise-en-scene in the Queen's Gambit, looking at things like fashion, sets, locations, and how much that really helps to set the scene for this really interesting period piece that the Queen's Gambit is, and how locations and fashion are really helping to determine where and when we are, especially in a show that moves through so much time so rapidly. We go from Beth's childhood in the orphanage into her adulthood as a chess champion. Also, there's going to be a discussion about fashion next week, and I just wanted to kind of put a shout out there because in past script analysis classes I've had quite a few fashion students, and I really think the papers that have been written for this class for our final papers have really helped me see the importance of fashion, something that perhaps in my own life isn't quite as important. I'm a little bit of a sneakerhead, so shoes have always been important to me, but I hadn't really thought about clothes or things like that at the same level. And so having students in different disciplines bringing their knowledge to me has also been one of my greatest joys in these script analysis classes. And that also kind of turns our attention towards week 5. So there is a final paper due in this class, and that will be due at the end of week 5, which is really rapid. So if any of these things we're looking at in the next couple of weeks, or this week here in week 3 with the psychological trauma and addiction type focus, whatever appeals to you is what you should do for your final paper, because if you have an interest in it or can talk from a personal space, that'll really help you out. And I do understand the time pressure in a class that's this rapid. So we do have the final paper, but my expectations are not the same as if we had a 15-week class. And I want you all to know that and feel assured about that. Do a great job, and I'm really impressed with the writing level that I've seen so far, and I'm expecting the papers to be interesting and well done, but I also do want you to know that the expectations are slightly different from the 15-week courses that you're taking. So again, make sure to wrap up this week with the psychological focus, and if you're having difficulty, I know my own self, I've actually had issues that somewhat align with Beth's, and one of my many jobs, I have a lot of jobs, I'm actually I live in Wisconsin, not Illinois. I live in Madison, and I'm a state of Wisconsin certified peer specialist, and so I do help out people who have struggles with mental illness or substance abuse, and I try to use my own lived experience and healing journey, I guess is how I talk about it, as an example for others. And so I'm pretty comfortable talking about this sort of stuff, and I have a lot of knowledge that I've gotten and I've garnered from that job and from trainings for it. So I do hope that you all find this interesting, and I really did find it quite relevant, and it was interesting for me as the instructor to bring some of my worlds together in week 3. So I appreciate the attention that you've all paid to this pretty important social issue. So again, if that is difficult, make sure to take time for self-care, and if it's too hard, please drop me a line, please shoot me a message or an email, and we can talk about that. And then get ready to turn your attention to the location, sets, and fashion next week. And then in week 5, we're going to look at intersectionality and the Queen's Gambit, and that's really going to align with final papers as well. And what that means is with an intersectional lens, you take the different aspects of a person's lived experience and kind of together look at that. And so you would look at things like race, class, gender, sexual orientation, etc. And we'll do that the best that we can, and we will be looking particularly at the final episode since that's where we're at in our screenings. And the character of Jolene, who is one of the rare black characters in the Queen's Gambit, will make an appearance at the end, and we'll see what a variety of scholars have to say about that relationship when we get to week 5. So again, finish up your work here in the week 3 and make sure to take that quiz as well as the discussion forum. Next week in week 4, when we do look at mise-en-scene and fashion, location, all of that, there won't be any other assignments other than the discussion forum. And then in week 5, there'll be just the discussion forum and the final paper. So again, if anyone has any questions or just wants to reach out, I'm really available for you, and I'm really impressed with the level of discussion and work so far. Thank you so much.